I'm back. Red Raven, thank you very much for the super chat. Christmas to you tomorrow. Happy Turkey Day. I am streaming tomorrow, but I will not be streaming on Black Friday. This Friday I will not be streaming, but I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do something for Thanksgiving, but I don't really know what to do. I had a bit in mind, but it kind of fell through. The Randon model gives me an uncomfortable feeling. I was never interested in watching his streams because his model makes me uncomfortable to see with my eyes. That's why almost no one wants to do Kumir stuff with him. Whoa! Nova. I made tea. I'm gonna drink it. Yo, everybody on Twitch that resubscribed. Thank you so much, Jananwoys, Liliana, the other people. Thank you for the gift and sub, Emerly. Thank you. Daimao, Hawks, thank you so much for resubscribing. I'm back. Ichi, brother, I'm back. I'm in. Okay. Let me pour myself some tea, then we can switch. What is BGDM? Is like an 8, you're like a 6.5? What does that mean? Hold up. What the heck does that even mean? Oh, audio. Yeah. Sorry about that. Oh my God, Skyliner, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Much appreciated. Thank you for resubscribing, everybody. I appreciate it so much. Tsukiko, Gene, thank you very much for joining membership. Dutch Chairman, thank you very much for the super chat. Where's the milk and cigs you want to? I'm gonna level with you. I went out with the full intention of giving you guys cigarettes and milk, but the man took it from me, you know? I was working. I was like, no, please. I need that for my children. He was like, ha, it's mine now. And I was like, no, the cigarettes for my children. But what if your family doesn't like bread? What if they like cigarettes? Would it be a crime to steal cigarettes for your family? Yo, happy holidays, Instant. We're back. What did I want to talk about? Oh, okay, the concept that I had for my Thanksgiving stream. You know, maybe I'll do it next year. Maybe I should. No, fuck it. I'm just gonna leak it because you guys aren't gonna fucking remember a year from now, anyways. I was gonna do like the rare Minecraft stream. It's like, ha, look, Green Man finally playing Minecraft. And I'm just like, you know, I'll start off just making like a dirt house, right? But I was secretly gonna request like all of my mods and maybe a couple friends to join the server. And they're all in turkey skins, right? They're all like, the skin that they're using is like a turkey, and then they just beat the shit out of me. Like their job is to kill me nonstop for like 2 hours. That was the concept that I had in mind. Like, oh, what's going on? And then there's like turkeys that are just beating the shit out of me. Yeah. Can we do that in real life? If you have the card, the 60-second card, and you find me in real life, yeah, you could beat the shit out of me for 60 seconds. Yo, thank you very much for the super chat. Did you remember to shower? I showered and I passed out yesterday. It was crazy. Ah, the pilot ComCon code. Yeah. You know, I was like stress rolling a character in Lancer mid-workday. And then I rolled my character, and then I told the people that I rolled my character, and then I just fucked off and I never responded ever again. My bad for that. I'll get you the code soon. It was like a stress character rolling, you know? Yeah, Molecule. I fucking love Lancer. It's so good. Red site is molding? Oh no. Are we no good? Are we no good? Lando's dead. Lando's dead. Only Casper now. All right, are you guys ready for this? S, thank you so much for the super chat. We'll remember. Happy Turkey Day. Hatch, thank you very much for being a member for 22 whole months. Hold on to the 60-second beating card as long as possible so Randon lives in fear. That's an option too. I'm sure we have a couple like MMA people. I'm pretty sure like Ishii could beat the shit out of me. So like the Giga Brain play is to get like 60 of those cards together and then give it to the most jacked Randonite. And then that jacked Randonite gets to just beat the shit out of me for 1 hour. And then everybody else is, you know, in a circle going like, we boo, we boo, we boo. And I'm just getting the shit beat out of me. Why am I so big? Hold on. That ain't right. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. That was... Why are you guys so big? What the fuck? Get small, you freaking weirdos. No. Absolutely not. Okay. We're back. Maybe the settings got changed. I think I updated, you know? No, Akashi, I'm not in OBS Studio just yet. I'm still migrating. Yo, Kale, thank you very much for the super chat. It's good to be back. I'm back. All right, we're doing a tier list, and then we're gonna chit chat a little bit. Are you guys ready? Okay, we're doing a red flag tier list, which I understand it's like peak irony that someone like me is doing a red flag tier list, but let's peel back the curtain and I'll show you like how the sausage is made, right? I've originally wanted to do a crime tier list. I wanted to do a tier list of crimes, right? But I couldn't find a tier list that didn't have shit that made me uncomfortable. Like most of them had 2 or 3 things that made me uncomfortable. I don't want to fucking tier up certain crimes, right? And it's like, should I make my own? Nah. I'm too lazy to make my own. I'm just gonna, you know? I might make my own and just keep the shit that makes me uncomfy out of it, but that's neither here nor there. I looked through this real quick and there was nothing in here I thought that was too, you know, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, so we're just gonna go with it. Hopefully. I should probably check with Akashi. Well, I did check with Akashi. I showed Akashi and he thought he's like, oh, this is funny, this will be good. So I did. Hold on, let me take a sip. Hold on. Oh, that's pretty good. Yo, super based lum poster, thank you very much for the super chat. Membership won't let me post, so this will do. It's a long time I've been able to catch a live, catch a fiver, catch some red flags. Thank you very much, much appreciated. Don, what up? Thank you for the 13-month subscription membership. Thank you. Dutch Chairman, thank you very much for the super chat. Here's another €5. Steam fall sale started, so buy yourself something nice. I will. I need to go through. What is this? Taco. Relax, doctor. Now is not the time to talk about feet. That comes later. Okay, are you guys ready? What is a red flag? A red flag is something when you're in a relationship that makes you go, nope, check please. And then you just, you know, you do a 360 and you walk out the door, right? That's what a red flag is. It's just, it's parlance for a deal breaker, right? A big nope. Like a red flag isn't, oh, I should probably get out. A red flag is like immediately, yeah, we're done, right? Because there's definitely like yellow flags, right? It's like, which is like reconsider. Let's go over the tiers, shall we? So at the bottom, joke's on you, I'm into this shit. This is like, you know, stuff that I guess there are people out there that are saying like, oh, that's a red flag, immediate breakup. But for me, it's like, joke's on you, I'm into this shit. This is actually like a positive for the relationship. Rare, but I'm sure, you know, maybe nothing will be in here. I don't know. Blue, acceptable TBH, which is it something that I love? No. Is it something that I mind? No. I have no feelings toward it one way or another. D, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. Welcome back. It's good to be back. Looking forward to Saturday. It's hard. It's hard for someone as painfully ugly as me to get a collab, but out of the kindness of their hearts, Takahata and Vivi, you know, agreed to collab with me, even though I am unspeakably ugly. You know, Nemo. Oh my God, Nemo. Thank you for the raid. Speaking of, yeah, I met, like, I know of Nemo because Vivi, like ASMR, that, you know, right? Yeah, Vivi, hello. Anyways, yeah, Saturday I'm doing a collab, and that's gonna be a good one because we're just gonna be talking about The Simpsons for X amount of hours. It's gonna be really good. Okay, let's talk. Looking at you with my eyes is like a Big Ham. Stop spamming that meme. You're not gonna turn it into a thing that my chat does. No, Jess, stop. Stop. Okay, hold on a second. Let me turn off the BGM. I'm gonna read it like a nerd. Wait, what voice should I use for this to read this? Akashi, are you ready for this? All right, I'm gonna read Weatherman's, because Weatherman's my favorite Redditite. Should I do like a nerd? What should I do? The voice of a corpo shell. So a nerd. Okay. All right. Okay.
The Randon model gives me an uncomfortable feeling. I was never interested in watching his streams because his model makes me uncomfortable to see with my eyes. That's why almost no one wants to do collabs with him, because he's very different from most VTubers. He should commission a new model instead of an orc. The design is like a charming prince. And by the way, the name Randon sounds like random and is a generic name like most indie VTubers.
There you go. Are you happy? You freaking weirdos. You guys. Brandon, how could you say that? Rivian, send me to Detroit. Send me to Detroit. All right, settle down, settle down. You're literally the only Brandon I know. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. This is funny, right? Oh my God, Randon, you're so random. Scene core Randon. Don, what up? New princely model funds? No, thank you. I'm comfortable where I'm at. Do it again. I muted you. I know you didn't mute me. You would never mute me. Anyways, acceptable TBH. Let's get back into the tier list, shall we? I want to chat with you guys for at least an hour after I do the tier list. So let's do our best. Can you pick up Happy's Pizza while you're there? Only $9.99. Ooh. Is it better than a Costco pizza? I love me a Costco pizza. Okay. Back into it. Acceptable TPH is I'm neutral. I don't really care about it one way or another, so it wouldn't even be close to a deal breaker. It wouldn't be close to a red flag. Reconsider is where I wouldn't break up on the spot, but I would start looking for the exit. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're like kind of looking for... It's like, okay, the next time there's like a big fight, let's make that like a line in the sand, even though normally, and get out, right? You're looking for an out, exactly, right? Red flag is like immediately, whoa, like I can't even pretend, like we'll be in public and I'll just be like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from? You know? Okay, all right. Maybe we should put a pin in this and leave. Go our separate ways for a while. Like, red flag is an immediate, like, back out and, like, run, right? Hell, thank you very much for the super chat. Bolwick, thank you very much for the super chat. Diffuse, thank you very much for being a member. Much appreciated. It's your birthday, Bolwick! Happy birthday! Happy freaking birthday! I hope you have a good day. Eat some good food. Celebrate with people that appreciate you. We appreciate you, but you know, more people that appreciate you. Yeah. Additional funds to get updates to the model. You need a gun to protect yourself. All the chatters looking to fight you. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Anywho, aside from the happy birthday to Bulwick, let's move on with the tier list, shall we? The red flag is an immediate. I think I'm good here. I think I'm done. I hope you have a nice life. Goodbye, and then you just leave, right? Nuclear tier is a tier list. Is like the tier that's reserved especially for like. How could I have been so stupid? I hate you. Like an active, like they go from like lovers to enemies, right? Because a red flag, you probably don't see them as an enemy. It's just more like, I don't want this. Goodbye. I don't want to think about you. But like nuclear tier is where you just go from one end to the other, and you go from, you know, lovers to enemies, right? That's the concept. I'd kill them. Exactly. In Minecraft, their dot goes from green to red. Exactly. So are we all in agreement that this is the tier, like, it's a pretty good tier list that runs the full spectrum of like an occurrence, an event in a relationship is either, oh, I'm into it. That's fine. I don't really like that. Okay, I think I'm done and I hate you now. That's the spectrum of an event in a relationship. Okay, let's do it. We're jumping right in. Needs constant reassurance. Now, I know some people think that like low self-esteem is a deal breaker, and that's fair. Some people are into low self-esteem, which is probably a red flag for me. You should probably reconsider anybody that likes that you have low self-confidence. For me, it's acceptable. I wouldn't reconsider. It'd just be like, you should probably get better self-esteem, but you know, that's fine. Why nice, lady? I wouldn't reconsider. I'm not happy about it because it signifies like low self-esteem, but it's like, you could deal with it at your pace. There's no pressure. Delicious tea. I will boost her self-esteem. You know, Dicey, I feel like that's a really kind mindset, but I think like ultimately at the end of the day, self-esteem can really only be boosted by yourself. And like, that's probably going to end up hurting you as well, where like when you're trying and it's like not working out, you'll feel like you're messing up, and you're not. It's just like, it's very difficult to impossible to boost someone's self-esteem. Like as someone that's not them, you know? I think it's good for you to try to like make people feel good about themselves, but also at the same time, that's very hard to do, borderline like impossible. And you shouldn't get down on yourself. It's like, you know, with mixed results to like no results, it's not like your fault. As long as that you realize that, then I think that's perfectly fine. Anyways, let's jump into it. Immature. What do you mean by immature? Like practical jokes? Practical jokes are okay. Immature is in, I mean, like they don't do taxes. A brat tamer? How immature exactly? Give me like, what does that mean? It's too broad. Farting and holding your head under the cover, I would consider that acceptable. Immature as in like they don't think that they need to pay taxes, right? It's like, oh man, you're like a child. You know what I mean? Like someone that's not, you know, they don't do dishes. Like, you know, yeah, I like to do the dishes. You know what I mean? Like someone that doesn't do any chores. That's like immature, right? Like they don't do the laundry, they don't do the dishes, they don't clean, they don't do any chores whatsoever because, you know, they shit their pants. You know what I mean? That's Ninja Baller. You can't jump straight to the shit their pants. That's like a fucking straw man argument, you know? You do the dishes, I do the, exactly. Division of labor. It's just some people don't like doing chores at all, which to me is, if you can't do any chores at all, that's a sign of immaturity. You should learn how to, like laundry, right? Yeah. I totally understand if some people hate a specific shore, but like, you know, you need that to live. That's like a, you know. So immature, let's put into the reconsider pile. It's not a red flag. It's just kind of like, breadcrumb. Are there any Riz lords that could tell me if there's like a slang associated with this? What the fuck do you mean by breadcrumb? What do you mean by breadcrumb? Is that like a fucking Zoomer term for dating or something? What the fuck does this mean? What does it mean? What the fuck is that? Breadcrumb? Yeah, the fuck? So you guys don't know what it is either? Like eating in bed? Hansel and Gretel looking ass? Funk Gab. Thank you very much for being a member for 11 months. Yo, the dentist method. Breadcrumbing is an act of sending someone messages or giving them just enough attention to keep them interested. Oh. Oh, okay. Our resident Zoomer, Vivi, coming in clutch and giving us the right. That sounds pretty good right there. Vivi, thank you for your Zoomer knowledge. Breadcrumbing is an act of sending someone messages or giving them just enough attention to keep them interested. Okay. So basically playing hard to get, correct? Playing hard to get. I wouldn't consider that like a red flag, but it's definitely like reconsider territory. It's just kind of like, I mean, I would. Or hold on a second. Let me think about this. Is a red flag? You're not in a relationship yet, but you're just kind of like lack of commitment, low key manipulation. Yeah. Red flag. I'll reserve this for perhaps. It's manipulative, but it could come from a place of insecurity. I'm gonna like look at the rest of the shit, and then I might upgrade it to red flag. Gross, I'll kill them. Okay, forgets your birthday. Joke's on you. I'm into this shit. Joke's on you. I'm into this shit. This might, in my old age, be upgraded to acceptable. Explain. I don't like my birthday. I don't like my birthday. Explain. Throughout most of my adult life, on my birthday, I get blackout drunk and then I just skip my birthday. It's like if you're in Fallout and then you go to a bed and then you max it out at 12 hours and then you do another 12 hours. You just fucking skip that shit. No, thank you. It might be upgraded to acceptable. It might be upgraded to acceptable. That's a red flag right there. Definitely if you enjoy your birthday and it's, you know, and they forget it, that's like, that might be nuclear tier if you enjoy your birthday. I historically have not enjoyed my birthday. So for me, it would be like, oh, great, cool. But it might be like acceptable now. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I'm getting sentimental. And it's like slowly climbing, you know, the ladder. We'll put it at acceptable, all right? It's acceptable. We'll just go with that. Always complaining. This one is definitely jokes on you. I'm into the shit. Can I hold on a second? Hold on a second. You might think because we hang out on stream that I'm like a chatty, I'm a yapper and I love to yap, right? In my private life, I'm quiet. I don't really like talking that much unless I'm very, very comfortable. Even if I'm comfortable with the person, I don't really chat that much, right? It's easier to listen, right? And when I meet a person that's like, you know, has the inclination to complain, for me personally, I'm just like, oh, thank God. They're not gonna like get uncomfortable if I don't talk, you know? Is good. There's like a comfort. Do you know what I mean? I totally understand that this should probably be like red flag or reconsider, It's not going to be nuclear tier. It's like this, but for like a giga introvert, like a super introvert, this type of person is like not only acceptable, sometimes it's like comforting, you know? Sometimes it's comforting. I just want you to please give me the little bit of leeway, because I'm a weirdo, right? I'm like a strange person. Oh, definitely, Sushi. Somebody that could yap without complaining would be like, you know, marry, you know, put a ring on that fucker immediately. That's like a super rare person, right? So like, you know, I'm okay with this. This is what I'm okay with. Have you ever played a multiplayer game with a friend, but they just complain about the game the whole time? I'm kind of okay with that, because if they're complaining about the game, they're not complaining about me. You know what I mean? Have you ever been playing with like a fucking, like a Dota sweat lord, and they're fucking on your case, and you know they're like 120 pounds soaking wet, and if you fart, you know, they'll like fly away, and they would never talk to you that way in real life, but when you're playing Dota, you know, they're calling you like everything under the sun, right? You can complain about the game, and I'm completely okay with that. Just don't complain about me while we're gaming, and we're good, right? We're good. Since when do orcs work in tech support? Since now. We are excellent minions. You should consider an orc the next time you need someone to do repetitive work, okay? The Dota federal jail pipeline? No. No. The feds will never catch me in a jail. They're gonna have to fucking, you know, blow my brains out. Ignore that in Minecraft. What brains? How could you say that to me, Dutchy? Lack of boundaries. Ooh. This might be where I get into the red flag territory. I don't really, I guess I'm kind of prickly, yeah. I have boundaries, and my boundaries are like ironclad. You know what I mean? I have boundaries, and my boundaries are ironclad. And I like to think that my boundaries are not like, you left the dishes out. Like, my boundaries are like, don't be like a terrible person, right? You know? My boundaries, I like to think that they're not like a gray zone. For me, they're just like kind of like, no. Everybody should have this in red flag zone. All of you people out there, my friends, my enemies, the people that are like, I'm just tuning in just to see. This should be a red flag for all of you. You guys all need to think of like 2 boundaries minimum. Bam! And fucking, you know, be ready to red flag that shit immediately. You guys deserve that. At least 2. At least, right? Okay. Dress is provocative. What do you mean by, I mean like the smooth brain is like, ooh, you dress too sexy, right? But what if they're dressing, you know, hold on. I mean, what if they have like a fursuit? What if they're a furry, right? That's pretty provocative. For me, that's like, joke's on you. I'm into that shit, right? What if they dress like a pirate? Like what are we talking about? Are we talking about like sexy? Keep the fursuit on? Define provocative, exactly. If it's like sexy, that's like, yeah, whatever. That's acceptable. I'm not into it, but I'm not, yeah, that's fine. You dress however you want. But if it's like, if they have like a fucking, you know, if they have like a giant furry top hat, you know, and dreamcatcher earrings, oh, joke's on you, I'm into that shit. A shirt that says fight me? What if it's like a shirt that says don't fight me, I'll come, right? It's like very provocative, right? It really depends. I'm guessing it means like, oh, you're dressing sexily, right? Which is like, okay, That's acceptable. That's fine. Whatever. But if it means like literally provocative, head turning, like what the fuck is that? Then that's like jokes on you. I'm into this shit. Let's just go with like the intention. What we think the intention of the tier list maker was. Am I a red flag, Randon Chen? Varson, you are not a red flag. You are a joke's on you, I'm into this shit. As long as they don't dress sexy at like grandmama's funeral, maybe that'd be okay. I'm telling you, that's provocative, which is like kind of a power move, right? It'd be like you're at grandma's funeral and you're like, well, everybody's gonna be related to you at grandma's funeral, so this is like kind of like a fucking I'm gonna reconsider. I was about to say something that I might regret. Well, there might be people that are not blood related. It might be grandma's friends, right? It's like, yo, check it, everybody at Granny's funeral. If I get fucking knocked up from this funeral, I'll name my kid after Granny. Let's go. Reincarnation. Let's go. Let's go, Granny. You know? Anyway. But the vast majority will be related to you, so that's not send me to Detroit. We're Oceanal calling this shit. Get in here. Get in here. Cut his mic. Okay. Randon, are you okay? Bjorn? I've been like pent up because I've just been doing fucking Excel sheet work, and I'm gonna fucking, you know, I'm gonna make loose. Okay, let's move on. Always busy. I mean, don't you admire someone that, like, I don't know, not to be like a capitalist, but I do admire people that are like have a lot of stuff that they like to do, that they're very like passionate, you know? I consider myself like kind of laid back. People got a life to live. I kind of admire people that are like hustling, you know? I get it. It's very bougie. I'm sorry, you know? Like when I see someone that's busy, I kind of want to help them, you know? I kind of want to, you know, do stuff to, you know? I don't know. I'll tell you to take care of yourself. Exactly, Kale. Always busy could mean like a lot of things. If they're busy but they're not neglecting, you know, you or like their family or their friends, but they are like busy, like there is like an element of my mind that slips into admiration mode, and it's just like, what can I do to help? What can I do to take the busy work so that they can focus on the things that they're passionate about, right? Think about like a writer or like an artist, you know, and they're like doing the Beethoven mad genius, you know, brows furrowed, and they're like, oh, this is my magnum opus. It's like, yeah, hell yeah. Like you found the thing that you're like all in on, and I respect that, you know? I don't know. I admire people that like are like, you know, like passionate and like doing something at full power. But of course I could slip into like bad stuff, right? But I'm choosing to take the more charitable. This is not an extreme of this, you know? What if they're a dictator? I mean, what are we looking at here? Are we looking at a Cincinnatus, like a benevolent dictator of the Roman Republic, or are we looking at like a, you know, like the bad, you know, modern kind? What do you think, Diva? I choose to go with any, like if I have a choice between modern and Roman, I'll go Roman like every time, right? So we're going like Cincinnatus. I'm into that shit. You know? Too spicy? Okay, fair enough. Always lying. Definitely red flag or nuclear tier. I think probably nuclear tier, right? this implies like there's no like rhyme or reason to it. They just fucking lie for fun. That's like crazy to me. That's like crazy. I don't know. You guys might be like, oh, you're that kind of guy, Randon, right? I am not gonna pretend to be someone that is like always telling the truth. I live my life by doing like the general peace lie. For example, you know, I have family that I love, that I absolutely love. I would die for my, you know, for the family that was good to me when I was a kid, right? Like my mother, my sister, my brother's okay, aunt, right? Some of them are, you know, pretty religious, right? And I'm not gonna go into their house and be like, I don't believe in that shit. I don't fucking believe in that shit. I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, okay. You know, I don't, you know, it's just, that's fine. I just want my mom to be happy. That's all. And I'm not, you know, if I have to do like a tiny little lie just to help my mom be a little bit happier, you know? Yes, I'll keep my mouth shut and nod if they ask me a question. You know, when we pray, I'll close my eyes and bow my head. You know, I'll be respectful. I'll be respectful because I love my family. And maybe some people will consider that like an unacceptable lie. That's fair too. It's good to be honest. I'm not going to deny that, but that's just how I live my life. We're just going to move on. Always lying though is definitely, that's a quick way to get me, you know, really, really freaking angry at you. Razor, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Welcome back. It's good to be back as well. Thank you so much. We're doing a tier list. Everybody get in. Bad with money. I would put this into reconsider tier. It's not a red flag. It's definitely not acceptable. I would put it in reconsider. Just because is it a red flag? It depends on how extreme it is, right? If they give like their entire paycheck to MiHoYo, that's like definitely a red flag, right? $3,000 a month straight into like Genshin gachas, like this is a red flag. But if they're just like kind of bad with money, then that's like, we can work on that, but I'm got my eye on you, right? There's a spectrum here with bad with money. What do you mean, right? Let's go into reconsider tier. Let's go to reconsider. Buddy, red flag easily. Just imagine they borrow from you just to buy Jake Paul coin. That is definitely red flag. Yeah, I choose to take the more charitable look, and it's like bad with money is like you eat out too much, right? Come on, everybody, raise your fucking hand. Raise your fucking hand if you eat out too much. I consider that being bad with money, right? And that's like, I'm like that, right? Eating out too much is definitely a sign of being bad with money. But we all fucking do it, right? And that's like, maybe reconsider, I don't know. Okay, the people of you that are like fucking Giga Chaz and you never eat out, only like once a week. If you're dating someone that eats out, you know, 3 times a week, that's not a red flag, right? That's a reconsider, correct? It's a red flag if they never toss my salad. Like the people that are Giga Chaz and you cook and you only eat out once a week or whatever, once a month, and you have a significant other that eats out 3 times a week, that's not a red flag. That's like a reconsider, right? Only once a week, that'd be excessive. Okay, but like, you know, that's not a red flag if they eat out too much. It's just kind of like a, we should kind of fix that. We should find a way to fix that. I think definitely, like if they're fucking borrowing money from you and they're going to play crafts, at the local casino, that's a red flag, right? Even if they don't borrow your money, if they lose all of their money, you know, that's I would say that that ventures out of bad with money into like gambling addiction, right? Wandering eyes. Reconsider? I don't know. Red? Red? Reconsider? I'm like trying to imagine in my head. Can I like, does that mean like checking out other people? I think so. I think it means like you check out, but you never actually do anything, right? Is that the correct thing? Like this means like, because they're just wandering eyes, there is no action, is just, or, you know? Window shopping? I mean, it'd be like reconsider to like acceptable. I don't know. Let's just put it in reconsider right now. Let me give my like argument, right? Let me give my argument. This is like me as a partner and my partner has wandering eyes, correct? It's not just that it's natural. I feel like the action matters more than, you know, I don't know. The action matters more, right? I don't know. Because I have like intrusive thoughts. Like I'm driving down, like this is the famous one because I worry about it every time I drive. I'm like driving and I see a pedestrian and it's like, man, if I just fucking yank my wheel, like I'll just fucking, you know, like hamburger that person, right? Which is like a horrible thought, but I would never fucking do it, right? The intrusive thoughts, like that shit, I feel like it's kind of unfair to judge someone, you know? Is that crazy? Is just wandering eyes like not apply to that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of experience with this, but in my eyes, it's just kind of like if you get mad at someone for thinking when they're not doing and they would never do it, is going into like a kind of like a crazy territory where you're just like, no, you can't even think it. You have to like, you know, you can't even think it. You have to think what I want you to, which is like, oh man, like at least, you know, if you trust that they'll never do it, it shouldn't be okay. Like it's just like whatever. It's an intrusive thought. Like they can't help it. It's just sometimes, you know, I don't know. I think, Gene, that like when you enter into a relationship, there is like a social contract where you agree not to fucking cheat on each other. Maybe some people consider this like cheating tier. I don't think that's wrong necessarily. You just need to like agree that like this is cheating. Looking is cheating and like neither of you can look. Then it's like you've entered into that social contract and yes, that's cheating. But for me personally, it's just kind of like I choose to be charitable with the way that people think, and it's just like you can't help the way that you think, but you can help the way that you act. And to me that's fair and equitable. And it's just like, just don't fucking cheat on me. And you know, you could try not to look while I am observing you, but you could look you know, that's fine. So assuming that, I would kind of put into like, I'm not happy about it, but it's like whatever. I wouldn't leave you just for that. TBH. This is just like fucking all theoretical, right? Super Harry, jokes on you, I'm into that shit. Like at every, you know, jokes on you, I'm into that shit. At every fucking, you know what I mean. Bear enjoyer. It could be like anybody, right? It could be anybody. What if it's hairy eyes, like long eyelashes? 10 out of 10. Thick eyebrows? 10 out of 10. Tsumugi is like the best. A bushy beard like ZZ Top, 10 out of 10. It's good. At all stages, at all places, this is good. 10 out of 10. I absolutely hate body hair on either gender. 100% fine, Empyrean. You should be allowed to, you know, that is not only, you know, that's great. There's like, it's good. It's good to spread out. That way, like, we're not overlapping and we're not competing too much, right? Like, if we were to form like a wolf pack, me and Empyrean would work very well together because we're not competing, correct? You and I should form like a raider crew in the post-nuclear apocalypse because there's very little overlap between us, right? I would happily, you know, work with you to, you know, topple the new California Republic. Melkor, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Much appreciated. You got Hidaka. You got some regulars. Let's go. Fight height. Thank you so much. Okay, we're moving forward. Bad hygiene. Ooh, how bad? I'm trying not to judge anybody. I don't like the smell of human. Like, even if you have good hygiene, I don't like human smell, right? So, like, if you have bad hygiene, you know, I don't know. No boy smell, you know. I'm sorry, sweet. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to like be mean to anybody, but I don't like smell, you know. My family has told me that I have like a higher than average sense of smell, and it's definitely like I just it's something that I don't like. I don't like it when I smell. I like to be invisible. I'm like a cat. I'll like bury my poop, get the zoomies after I'm done pooping, because I don't want anybody to know that I'm associated with that filthy smell that I just, you know, unleashed in the world. Sushi, I was working. How am I gonna bring home the milk and cigarettes to my randomize if I don't fucking work? It's because I was working. Okay, anyways, what if they smell like flowers? That might be okay, but I'm also kind of like not good with the good smells either, unless it's fresh rice. That shit smells really fucking good. There's like a ozone. It's a good smell. Anyway, bad hygiene, unfortunately for me, would be a red flag where I'd just be like, I would immediately leave, but I would feel really bad telling them that it's because of this, but I would immediately leave. You know what I mean? I would make up like something really heinous. Like if they had bad hygiene and it was a red flag and I need to leave, up, sorry, I'm a racist, I gotta go. And like I would make it about me, right? I would make it so that they would be like, oh, what a red flag. Fuck that guy, you know? Cause I don't want it to feel bad. I'd rather they think that, you know. Jess, don't you fucking dare. You take that cartridge out of the chamber and you put it into the darkest box in your freaking attic. Don't you ever, Jess, don't you fucking do that. Don't do it. Oh my god. Fucker. You didn't do anything. You're the one that said it. I got baited. Okay, I got baited. All right. Love bombing. I don't know what love bombing is. What is love bombing? Someone give me the scoop. What is love bombing? Nuclear. Red flag. What is love bombing? Nuke. It feels awful. Basically smothering you with love to the point that it is toxic. Give me an example. Give me an example of something that you could do that counts as love bombing. Being overbearing with affection, lots of I love you, oh, you should not say that at the beginning. Yeah. Okay. You mean somebody that jumps into I love you way too quick? Like a yandere? To me, is there like a yandere thing here? There's like a... in theory, I do like yanderes, but I've never heard of this phrase, love bombing. It's not yandere? Like, then what is it? Joke's on you? I'm into that shit. It can be genuine and people like it. It's like overly showing affection. I love you so much, I miss you. Like at the beginning, it can be genuine and people like it. Definitely, then I would put that in the reconsider tier. I would just be like, coming on a little strong. What's going on here? Let's see if there's anything like deeper to this or whether that's just how they are. I wouldn't put it in nuclear red flag. I think the way that you guys are describing it, it would just be like, what's your deal? It's a form of gaslighting to buy more leeway to abuse you. Is that true? I feel like that's like an extreme. I could see a situation where a person does this, but they're not. It's always like that. Google says that it's always like that. No, love bombing is an extreme thing. It's a cult tactic. It's probably extreme. Okay. Huh. Love bombing is the extreme scenario of that. Okay, it's a manipulation. Okay, so there's a way to do like super affectionate is different from love bombing, correct? Is there someone? Hold on. Family doesn't look clingy. Clingy, right? What's this right here? Are we looking at like? I'm thinking of love bombing as clingy, but it's like way different from that. Correct? 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 It's not like clingy at all. Clingy and love bombing are very different. It's excessive levels. Got it. Then that would probably be red flag. I don't think that would be an enemy. I would just fucking run away. Is the intent? Yeah, then that would be a red flag for me. I was assuming that it's clingy, but clingy is right here. So they're obviously different, right? Correct? Yeah. If it's used in a manipulative way, then yes. Got it. Daddy's girl. Akashi, you fucker. I saw the thumbnail you made for me. You put this under jokes on you. I'm into this shit. That's whatever. It's acceptable. I don't really care. Same with like Mama's boy. Or it could be like Mama's girl, Daddy's boy, right? What is this like? What is this fucking shit, right? Like it could be like you have a lot of you know? That's fine. You know. Mama's boy is it? Let me think. Like how extreme, right? Are we talking about like a McPoyle situation? In which case, like nuclear tier, right? But I'm assuming that this is not a McPoyle situation. It's just like, you know? Yeah. I mean, if you respect your parents as an adult and like, you know that you could always rely on them, there's nothing wrong with that, right? I'm not into it, but it's just like, yeah, hell yeah. Some people are lucky enough to have like great parents, and yes, I'm insanely jealous of that. It's like the little kid that's like, congrats, I'm happy for you, but like that's not a red flag for me, right? Once it gets unhealthy would be like a daddy's girl to the point where like, or a mama's boy, like this, like to the point where you don't even fucking do your own dishes or do your own laundry. You just expect your parents to do everything for you. Then that's like, okay, let's reconsider. Is it like that much? What are we looking at? Like if the daddy's girl can't even like do her own laundry, because your fucking daddy does that for her, then it's like, oh shit, man. It's like that. Then it's a reconsider for sure. What Omena said? What did Omena? I think it's when parents will always be over partner. Parents will always be. Let me think about that. I don't need, hypothetically, I don't need to be the number one. I don't need to be the number one. Hypothetically, that would only become like a problem if like their parent is over their kid, right? Like you have a spouse and you have kids with your spouse, and your spouse, they prioritize their parents over their kid. Because if they could switch from parents to their own kids, it's like, that's acceptable to me. I'm okay with being like, you know, second fiddle to like, you know, I'm okay with that. That's a red line. Brandon, you should aim to be someone's number one. I don't know that that's possible. So, you know, is that, you know, I don't really know. Okay, but like your partner disregarding your opinion in favor of what their parent says. Let me think. Well, yeah, I guess so. But all right, well, assume that like, assume that the parents have good judgment, and it's just like a disagreement that's not like, oh, they're like telling their kid to go all in on crypto, right? Or like get an NFT. If their parents like get an NFT, then I'd be like, ooh, you know. But if their parents are like, I don't know, get this house, not this house, I'd just be like, whatever, it's a house, that's fine. Akashi, he's gone rogue. Where did this? I don't know. It's too vague. It could mean anything. Let's put it into reconsider then, because you guys seem to think that it's like extreme and I'm just like not getting it. It might be to an extent where it's just like really bad, right? I just want you to know that it's only reconsider if it's like they're immature, right? The implication of mama's boy, daddy's girl is that like they're immature. They never grew up because their parents are coddling them, correct? And like I think I would want someone that's more mature and self-sufficient and you know, knows their business, right? Let's just put that into that. Anger issues. Well, shit, man, I got anger issues. So am I allowed to be like a hypocrite? Am I allowed to be a hypocrite? I think anger issues is a red flag, which is why, you know, I shouldn't be, you know, I shouldn't. You know what I mean? I know what I'm about, and it's like, I'm not good for people because of this, right? Correct? Reconsider red flag? Yeah. You got to work on that. Exactly. Still talks to their ex. But I mean, this is assuming the lack of, you know, what if they're friends? Maybe some people think that you can't be friends with your ex. Maybe that's true. I wouldn't know. But it's just kind of like, whatever. I mean, you know when it's going into like weird territory, right? If it's just talking, you know, then that's whatever, right? This is assuming that it's not going into like this territory. It's like, ugh. Lack of support. I would reconsider, you know? I like to think that I'm pretty I was gonna say submissive. I don't know why I'd like my brain just kind of flatlined. I like to think that I'm pretty, you know, easygoing in my mind. But to my mind, if you're not gonna support your partner, then why even be in a fucking relationship, right? Correct? It's like, why even be in a relationship if they're not gonna fucking, you know, you need to support them, they need to support you. That's what a relationship is for, correct? For me, it's not about like being amused and entertained, because there's no way any significant other could possibly beat the internet in terms of like, entertain me. excite me, right? Like when you're in fucking high school and you just want to be entertained and you want it to be exciting and cool, you're never gonna beat the internet. The internet will always beat like whoever you have like in the works. You're in a relationship to support each other, right? And be supported. Somebody's got your back. What if they have a magic carpet? Is that like is that like slang for like you have this weird genetic condition where your pubic hair has like hallucinogenic, you know, properties? What is a magic carpet? I don't know. I don't know the fucking lingo. Imagine you take a lick, you know? You take a lick at the carpet and you're just whoa, like the colors, Duke, the colors, right? You need meds? I don't know. I don't know. Stop talking. You're vile. Okay. All right. I don't know. History of infidelity, red flag for sure. Probably because that's kind of like red flag, but not necessarily nuclear, because I do think that, you know, maybe, you know, I'm not going to judge them, but I will like run away, right? Gaslighting, nuclear tier. I hate them. Maybe people can change, but that's not for me. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff, but I don't care to hear about this stuff. Gaslighting is nuclear for sure. Clingy, I'm into that shit. Don't ask me why. I'm just into that shit. It's good. Your family doesn't like them. I'm not happy about it, but my family doesn't need to like you. They don't. I love my family, but my family is... My family... You know? Sometimes they get into some weird shit. So it's just like, I don't necessarily trust my family's judgment. It's just, you know. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. But for me, that's not an automatic, like, reconsider. It's like, you know. Depends on the reason, but I will mostly support the partner. Yeah, yeah. I would never date someone that my family doesn't like because we're all based. Yeah, like if you trust your family's judgment, then you definitely should either reconsider a red flag. My family's judgment, I trust my sister's judgment. If my sister doesn't like you, then that would be like reconsider to red flag. Depends on like how strong, right? But if my mom doesn't like you, that's probably because she tried to, you know, tell you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and you weren't having it, and she's like, I don't like that. To me, that's like that's not, you know. So family is too broad. That's like everybody, right? That's everybody. So it's like, I guess if my entire family, this is like the entire family. Are we talking about like the council, you know? The Council of Jedi Masters does not grant you, you know, you're on the council, but we don't grant you the title. Is it the entire family? Then it's like, uh-oh, what the fuck is going on? Where like everybody is like, no, right? Not the extended one? Well, my aunt is technically extended family, but she's like in there. I respect the hell out of my aunt. Yeah, I mean, your family implies like the entire fucking family. In which case I would just be like, uh-oh, if, you know, what's going on there? Every family member just hates them. You meet a third cousin twice removed and they instantly start combat. Yeah, that's definitely reconsider. He's like, what's going on? Am I, you know, is my boo like a glamored mind flare and I'm the only one that doesn't see it? It's like, oh shit. Doesn't share you on social media? Nuclear tier! Get out of here with that shit! Nuclear tier. How dare you not share my fucking shit posts on twitter.com? Nuclear tier, get the fuck out of here. I know what I'm about. Soft launch bullshit post my face, you fucker. Exactly. Babe, you didn't like my meme on MySpace. It's fucking over. You know? Neck tattoo. Acceptable. Am I into it? I do like tattoos. I would never get one myself, but I like them when I look at other people. Well, it depends on the neck tattoo, right? That's the problem, right? If it's a good tattoo, I'm into that shit. But what if it's like a really bad one, right? Can we say that it's like an average tattoo? I don't feel, you know. The neck tattoo says skibbity toilet. That's acceptable. Like, I'm not into it, but it's like, you know. Let's just assume that it's an average tattoo. GTA 5 Trevor tattoo. That's acceptable. What the fuck is a skibbity tattoo? If the tattoo says for the horde, joke's on you, I'm into that shit. But we're assuming it's a mediocre tattoo, right? What if it's a tattoo of your face on the neck? Why? Why? OnlyFans model? Acceptable. I feel no way for it one way or another. That's get your bread, right? What if it's a Mike Tyson face tattoo? Yeah, acceptable. Doesn't cook. Acceptable. 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 Doesn't cook at all? Reconsider? Here's the thing. Doesn't cook implies like will not cook ever, right? I need someone where like if I fucking, you know, go to visit like my grandma or some shit like that and I'm away for like 3 days, that they're not gonna fucking die, right? I need to know that like my partner can cook for themselves and they won't fucking die if I leave, correct? Doesn't cook implies that like they will not ever cook in any situation, which is like I would reconsider. That's like woo. Doesn't cook and cannot cook are hugely different. Is true. I don't know. I read this as really bad at cooking. If they're bad at cooking, I don't really care about that. I'll just do the cooking, right? For me, doesn't cook, I interpret that as like they're the type of person that refuses to cook. If they're bad at it, that's acceptable. If they refuse to cook ever, then, you know what I'm talking about? Like you come home from work and they're just fucking sitting there and it's like, I'm hungry. And it's like, what the fuck? Then buy something or make yourself something. And it's like, no. And it's like, what the fuck? Doesn't cook. I don't know. Let's put it into acceptable. I feel like I'm straw manning it. It's like a little bit too much of a strong, you know, strong argument. Has no friends. Oh no. Oh no. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. this is my ideal. This is my like. I don't like going out. I don't like meeting new people, you know? I know it's depressing, Sushi. I don't like going out. I don't like meeting new people. It's just shit that I don't like fucking doing, right? And I'm imagining if I have an SO and they're constantly like, oh, want to go out to this thing? Oh, want to go out to this thing? Oh, you have to meet this person. Oh, my friend wants to come over for lunch. And it's just like, I would prefer like none of that ever. I accept family, but I don't know. Even family is just kind of like I mean, a person needs friends, even if it's just online. That's true. I'm okay with online friends as long as I, you know, never have to fucking meet them. I don't know. Acceptable, fine. If I'm into it, that implies that like I'm trying to isolate them, right? If you know, if I'm into it, that implies that I'm trying to isolate them. I'm just okay with it. It's acceptable. All right. Calls their exes crazy, but what if their exes are crazy, right? Maybe like reconsider, do a little bit of digging. Stop wanting to fuck yourself. I will never stop wanting to fuck myself, Sushi. There's nothing that you could ever do to you know. I got baited by a member of the Dark Triad. Taco, as another esteemed member of the Dark Triad, you should know that when I get got by one of your, you know, one of your compatriots, right? Is Daimao, Taco, and Sushi. Anyways, hates animals? Ooh. I mean, I don't see myself ever really having a pet because I don't think I have enough time, money, and like emotional energy to take care of a pet. But someone that like fucking hates animals is like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You could be allergic to animals and love animals. My niece is allergic to dogs, but she just fucking brute forces that shit because she loves them so much. You know? You could be allergic to animals and still love animals, or just be neutral, but how could you hate like an animal? It's crazy. Animals are fucking awesome. Heavy drinker, joke's on you, I'm into that shit. If you're a heavy drinker but you're not an alcoholic, is it possible to be a heavy drinker that's not an alcoholic? You just want yourself. Nuclear tier. A heavy drinker that is not an alcoholic, or a heavy drinker that is an alcoholic. Give me the scoop. Binge drinking? Is that correct? Binge drinking is definitely a red flag. But I have known people that do not get drunk, but they drink a lot. Does that make sense? I would think heavy drinker implies some kind of problem. Okay, then what do you call someone that could drink a lot, but then like they don't really get hungover and they never get like out of control drunk? I think heavy drinker implies that you're getting smashed. Okay, then that's definitely a red flag. A heavyweight. But the heavyweight and a heavy drinker, you know, they sound kind of similar, correct? Not a lightweight. I like people that have high tolerance, just because I also have high tolerance. I don't really drink that much anymore, but when I did, I don't like having to take care of people because they're getting like sloppy and they're getting like aggressive or loud. I like someone that can maintain a bit of decorum, you know, after a couple drinks, right? But heavy drinker is like an alcoholic, right? That's definitely a red flag. Definitely. 100%. Done. Then we'll call that a red flag. Doesn't clean, red flag. Reconsider. Red flag. Reconsider. Has 3 kids, joke's on you, I'm into that shit. Nuclear? Nuclear for having 3 kids? Taco, you freaking... What's wrong with you? You got issues. Beyond nuclear, remove kids? Paratech, I chose wisely. I chose wisely. Depends a lot on the details. I guess that's true. What if the kids hate you? Even better. It makes it easier to troll them. Like, I won't feel bad about trolling them, right? Loud moaning in the bedroom just to make them uncomfortable. Oh, the duodenum. Oh, right in the duodenum. Oh, God. Oh, dear God in heaven. I don't know. Oh, hell no, you're a red flag. That's right, motherfucker. Anyway. That's a joke. I don't think I'm into that. But it's acceptable. That's whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. On hard times financially, you can't really choose that, you know? You can't really choose that. I've had friends that have like made all the right decisions. They're like engineers and they fall on hard times, right? How could that be? Like, that shit just happens in life. You could make all the right decisions and just fall into hard times. It's just, it is what it is. Takes a long time to respond. I'm into that shit. Legitimately, I'm into that shit. Yeah, keep me, you know, keep me waiting. Leave me on read. Paratech, thank you very much for the super chat. I actually have a story about hearing moaning involving a step parent. You brought up repressed. I'm sorry, Paratech. I'm sorry. This is just me doing a bit. You know? How long? A year? Do you have a being ignored kink? I think I might. I think I might. I think I might. For me, like sick, twisted fantasy, right? It's just absolutely sick and nasty, right? Like you're having intimate times with your partner, right? I'm having intimate times with my partner, and they bust out like a Sudoku book. Like right there, butt naked, they bust out the Sudoku book and they start working on their Sudoku puzzles like diamonds. Absolute diamonds. No, not the cuck share. No. I'm into, you know, the Sudoku puzzle. It is hot, right, AK? I'm telling you, man. Honestly based. Anyways, controlling, I don't really like being controlled. I do like a fair amount of like, for me, there is a level of controlling that like would cross over into red flag, and I would just nope out. I would like, you know, do a 360 and walk out the door. I'd just be like, that's too much. Like, if you have to control me to that extent, let's just put the kibosh on this, and I'm gonna go do my life and you do yours. Not nuclear, but definitely like I would red flag out. No question. Victim mentality. Oh shit, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do just a zatsudan. I think I was aiming for about 2 hours to dip into it, and we're gonna hit 2. That's crazy. Adding Sudoku puzzles to Kinks, I never expected. I mean, all right, Slicey, I will accept Wordle. Oh man, diamonds, fucking platinum tier. Like, you know, you pull out the cell phone and you start doing your Wordle, or you're playing like Pokedoku. It's like, oh shit, yeah, you know. Anyway. Victim mentality. Victim mentality. What if they're actually like, you know? We're just assuming these are like extreme traits, right? Isn't always complaining and victim mentality kind of the same thing? Tell me how they're different. You guys need to help me. What's the difference between always complaining and victim mentality? Like, I don't know the difference between the two. They're not at all. Give me the scoop. What is the difference between always complaining and victim mentality? I don't know, Sarah. I don't know what it is. Like, I just don't know. Victim mentality is making yourself the center of everything. Victim mentality is finding something to be the victim of. Victim mentality is really internalized. It's pretty much thinking that they're never to blame. Oh, fuck that shit. No. Okay. I really, people that can never ever be wrong. Oh god, that shit. So you're basically saying like a Jimmy from mouthwashing, correct? Jimmy from mouthwashing is this dude right here, correct? Nuclear tier. Just throw the whole throw the whole Jimmy away. No, thank you. No Jimothy's, please. Thank you very much. Bad in bed. Now, I saw this one when I was glancing over this tier list, and I want to point something out, okay? Isn't this relative? All of you sex havers in chat, can you chime in? Isn't this relative? For example, I think the movie trope, like the Hollywood trope, is like bad in bed is like you fuck like a stallion, right? It's like, argh! You're throwing people around. It's like, argh! Right? But what if you don't want a sweat lord for your partner, right? What if you don't want to try hard? What if you just want to fucking, you know, hang out and chill, right? What if you want bonobo sex, not chimpanzee sex, right? Then to a person that wants to be a bonobo, the Hollywood try-hard sweatlord is bad in bed, correct? It's just like, what the fuck? Chill. No? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? You know what a bonobo is? Bonobos are like really chill. They never really fight. They just kind of like hang out and jerk each other off. And then chimpanzees are like fucking like aggro as hell, right? I think you're right there. It's like relative. Like somebody that's a tryhard, you know? That's like sleeping with somebody that's more of like a laid back person to be like, oh, they're bad, right? But then the person that's laid back is also thinking, oh, they're bad. Like, I'm not into that. It's too much. It's kind of like, is there like a, am I thinking too deeply about it? Is this like someone who's selfish, right? Someone who is selfish. This is not a preference issue. This is like a general, you're bad if you're selfish because it's like a two-person, you know, correct? This is not a compatibility issue. This is like a, I don't know. I don't understand. I think this is someone that doesn't sex well. Marito, this is someone that does not sex at all. This is all theoretical. This is all in the realm of like, you know, dark matter. Does it exist? I don't know. Maybe it should. But we don't know if it does, right? So are we talking about like incompatibility? Because for me, hypothetically, bad in bed would be like a Hollywood tryhard, like really like aggro and you know, like are like throwing around all passionate and shit like that, that's, for me, that's bad. But maybe this means like being selfish, correct? Exactly, a jackhammer, no bueno. Is this like someone that's selfish or someone that's like, you know, let's just say selfish, right? You shouldn't be with the person that's selfish. I would reconsider. It wouldn't necessarily, like, you know, I'd just be like, yeah, whatever. Gweben, what does it mean then? Like, I just don't know. Let's just put it in reconsider then, because I don't fully understand this one. Hot take, but if you hate how they sex and don't inform them, that's on you for being bad at communication. Definitely true. Definitely true. I agree. We'll just put this in the theoretical tier. Constantly jealous. Yeah. Yeah. And I get this could go under like controlling. It's kind of funny. I don't know, man. I don't know. Bad kisser, I'm into that shit. He wants a clingy baddie. Smash the homies? That's acceptable. I don't care. I don't really have many homies, right? That's fine. It's like a toxic way of knowing that you're wanted. It is kind of toxic, you know? It is kind of toxic. I don't think this is like cheating. I think this is like in the past, which is like whatever. This is like in the past, correct? This is the same as like still talks to their ex. Kinda, but not really. It's like whatever. Outside of the relationship, I'm assuming. Correct. Yeah. That's fine. Average orc wife. Who knows? I don't do friend group incest. Definitely, like, it gets weird, right? I was never one of them, but definitely, like, I was in friend groups, like, late high school, early college years, where it did get, like, a little bit weird. But like you know, if I ain't got no friends, then this is like, that's whatever. It's like functionally irrelevant to me. When the balls don't touch, it's fine. Even if it touches, you know, as long as you can reach a quorum, that's fine. It's okay. Plays games. What's with all this like gamers? What? I'm a gamer, right? What is this shit? Why is it a red flag that they play games? If they play League of Legends, we're nuclear tier. But we're assuming not League, right? Normies hate games. I want to believe it's about video games. I think it is about video games, right? Rivians, mind games could also be like where is it? There's gonna be a lot of overlap, right? Where is it? Mature, bad with money, forgets your birthday, is like playing games, right? You know, always busy, maybe, I don't know, takes a long time to respond, you know. Let's just assume they're talking about gamers, right? This shit tests you? Are we talking about like, you know, they play games or they're like actual gamers? I think games mean something, but I feel like then it's gaslighting, right? There's too much overlap. Let's assume that this is like a gamer, right? I understand that you guys might disagree with me, but I feel like plays games could be like a lot of things on this list. Plays games has nothing to do with gaming. All right, fine. Then what does it mean? Gaslighting is really specific. It's not video games. Games is in mind games. Okay, fine. Then probably red flag. They play with your feelings. Lack of communication. Definitely reconsider. Ugly feet. Nuclear tier. I will not be accepting questions at this moment. And I want you guys to know that I do not have a foot fetish, you freaking weirdos. I knew all of you guys would jump on. Brandon has a foot fetish. I do not have a foot fetish, all right? Don't even go there. Don't even, all right? Elaborate. I'm like Lieutenant Dan. You have to take care of your feet, all right? Replace your socks every time we stop to rest, you know? Ugly feet, you're not taking care of your feet? We can't be friends, you know? Your feet do a lot for you, I'm telling you, man. No. No feet. All right. Ludicil? No feet. No feet are genetically ugly. That does not exist. All feet are beautiful and alluring. Feet can only get ugly if you neglect them, okay? Do you understand? I do not have a foot fetish, you Taco, you're really testing my patience right now. I do not have a foot fetish. Oh my fucking god. You guys are out of control. Why did you laugh at the alluring part? Alright, smoker? Honestly, I would reconsider. This is coming from someone that did smoke in college. I would be like, The smell is like a big thing for me, right? Is it nicotine or weed? I mean, you know, in general, I would. It's in the reconsider tier, you know. It just is what it is. Acceptable. I will never date it. You know. Let's go. Barber. Excuse me? Barber? Barber? Barber. Barber is nuclear? Can we get some Gen A people in here? Is this slang for something? Gen A, Gen Z, can you chime in? Is this slang for something? I don't know what it is. I don't know what. I can only imagine like a real barber who like is like 65 years old. Girl, I don't know. It's genuinely a barber. I mean, I'm not into it. That's fine. Work is work, right? The Barbary Pirates. The Barbary Pirates. It's pretty cool. Maybe it's someone who always wants to cut your hair for you. I would love that. I hate getting my hair cut because I don't like it when a stranger is behind me and is touching me. She's a pirate. I'm into that shit. I don't know, man. Mark the Undead, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Much appreciated. I don't know, man. There's nothing. There's no explanation for barber. It just is what it is. I'm kind of into that shit if I get a free haircut. And if they're a barber and I want them to cut my hair and they try to charge me for it, nuclear tier. You'll never see anything go from jokes on you, I'm into that shit, to nuclear tier faster. We're assuming this is like a real barber. And they're gonna cut my hair for me. Irresponsible? That goes with like immature, right? Irresponsible and immature. But then again, like I guess they hold up the tip percentage screen afterwards. I think that's fine. Okay, dirty fingernails. Dirty fingernails. Dirty fingernails. Like dirt under their fingernails? You just tell them to fucking clean that shit. That equates to bad hygiene? Nuclear? Are they a mechanic? This includes they chew their nails. Oh, nail chewing. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Are they a farmer? Clean it, bro. I guess it is bad hygiene, right? But like, would you all right, if you were on a date, like first date, and then you know you're at the dinner at the restaurant dining room table and they have dirty fingernails, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had to clean my nails and they don't look dirty. Yeah, I just wash my hands, right? Maybe it's like somebody that never washes their hands. But it's like fingernails? I don't know. I don't know. Dirty fingernails is like a lesser part of like general bad hygiene. Maybe we'll put it under reconsider. I don't know. All right, let me look at this list. What do you guys think? Give me the brutal critique. Give me the brutal critique. It's fine. Nothing too crazy here. You want to date yourself. Am I always complaining? I'm not always. I'm pretty busy. I'm pretty hairy. I don't think I'm very clingy. Yeah, admittedly, like sometimes I just like never respond. I don't think I'm jealous. I'm probably a bad kisser. I'm not a barber. I'm not dating myself. I don't think. You know? You're a yapper? I am kind of a yapper. If I want to date myself, I would upgrade OnlyFans to jokes on you. I'm into this shit. The implication, right? The implication. I was just joking. Well, if Brandon was dating himself, he'd automatically hit the red flag of plays games. I still think this is like playing video games, right? But apparently people seem to think this is like mind games, of which that's definitely a red flag. Yo, Luis, thank you very much for the super chat. Okay, Randall, let's address the elephant in the room that was omitted. The most obvious nuclear one is Florida Man. Hold on, can I add one? I don't know if I could add one. Florida Man. Probably at the very best, just like reconsider, right? Maybe you continue on, but you never want to, you know, you never want to let your guard down around a Florida Man. If you're like in the acceptable or jokes on you into this tier with the Florida Man, like you don't understand like the power, you know, the things that a Florida Man can do, right? It's like disrespecting a Florida man. Like if you put them into acceptable and jokes on you, even if you're like into it, you have to you have to always be like reconsidering, right? It's a sign of disrespect if you put a Florida man into acceptable or jokes on you. I'm into this shit. It means, you know, you just don't understand. Okay. I was gonna do a catch-up chat, but I feel like this was pretty good. For, you know, I'm back, everybody. I'll be streaming. I'm streaming tomorrow. I can't stream on Friday. I'm sorry. I have a little bit of work left. That's gonna be Friday, Monday. Monday's not gonna bother you, but then I'm back, right? Hopefully we could do D&D next week, but I'm not sure about that either. Can you post your tier results, by the way? Where do I post them? You know what? I'll attempt to post them onto the I don't even fucking remember what it's called. The other Twitter. Oh shit, I completely forgot. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna call it. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow. No Thanksgiving plans. Oh! One thing that I need to let you guys know. I will not be doing anything Thanksgiving or Christmas this year. But in exchange, I have to do some family shit early next year. I don't know when, but basically if I don't, you know, if I don't visit for Christmas, I have to visit some other time soon, or, you know, they'll hunt me down, hog tie me, you know, throw me into the back of the truck and then, you know, haul my ass away. So probably going to do some family stuff early next year, but I'm going to be, you know, yeah. Anyway, Dark Wizard Lily, thank you for joining membership. Much appreciated. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. What are we doing here? Let's see if there's anybody I could raid. Let's see. Owen is a good one. Is there anybody that I have not raided yet? Let's do Owen. Not Owen Wilson. Thanks for the stream, Jeremy. You little scallywag. Okay, they're gone. YouTube, as always, you guys are my favorite. Thank you so much for the warm welcome back. Yeah. Man, it feels good. Feels good to be back. Is anybody streaming on YouTube? I don't even know. We'll see. What do we got? Penma is basically it. Let's do it. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.